Hello everybody, my name is Nick Rich and I'm here to bring you your local Maryland weather. So without further ado, let's get into it. On your screen now is the temperature anomaly map. This basically just tracks how above or below average the temperature is going to be. So most of Maryland is in an excessive above average, not heat wave, but hot air mass. So we're looking at 10 plus degrees above average, and that's in Celsius, so that's even more in Fahrenheit. So we'll run this through. The warm air is going to move out within the next 24 hours, and then more cold air is going to come in. So it's going to be much colder tomorrow, much noticeably colder tomorrow than it is today. Already 24 hours from now, we're seeing 8 degrees um, under average. That's Celsius again. And then we can just play this in the next 48 hours. Most of that cold air is going to move up to the north, leaving us with slightly below average, around like 5 degrees Celsius, but nothing major. We don't have any Arctic cold blasts or just normal cold blasts, so that's good. And then around 4 days from now is where we could see some more hot air possibly. That right now, 4 days from now would be just to the west and north of Maryland. Some parts of Maryland around Garrett County could see some elevated temperatures, but we're looking at pretty much average for most of the state. And then 5 days from now is where we could see some more elevated temperature, not as much as we're seeing right now, because the highs for today are like crazy. They're like the 60s or something. Salisbury is like 66. Um, but we'll see like mid to low single digit um, above average temperatures. And then 6 days from now, we'll see same thing, except we could see some more warm air coming in from the west, and we'll just play this through one more day. Yeah, there we go. So we have upper single digits, um, around 6.5 days from now, 6 or 7 days. So just be ready for that. We'll see some cold air in like 48 hours, but then that won't last for long. We'll just go back to average or above average temperatures. But just look at the temperature map. So you can see right now 60s, it's like 60, 67, 66 on the coast. So pretty, very warm today. The lights are going to be like mid 20s, low 30s. And this is where that cold blast came in. Not super detrimental to the temperature decrease, but it is going to be noticeably cooler. Then we just hang around the mid to low 40s, and then sometimes we spike in the 50s when that second uh, warm air mass is going to move into Maryland. And yeah, let's move on to reflectivity. So, as you can probably tell, we're getting some rain. We got some rain yesterday and some dense fog. We're getting some rain today, and we actually have some chances for thunderstorms um, later in the day. So this is later in the afternoon. You can see some storms around Ocean City area, Salisbury, Eastern Shore. So just watch out for that. I have another map for this that I'll show after this. So then this storm is going to move out by the end of the day. Now we're looking clear for a few days until around 5 days from now. We could see some more showers. Nothing major. No, most likely not any thunderstorms. It might be an isolated one. Not severe though, that we can tell from this, but just some showers and stuff. And then after that, we could see some isolated showers, and then we're clear for a few more days after that. So not a ton of rain, but we're going to have a tiny amount. So let's look at this. This is the excessive rainfall outlook for Maryland or for um, the mid-Atlantic today. As you see, Maryland's in the middle. Half of the state, the eastern half of the state, is going to be in a marginal risk for excessive rainfall. Now that is at least 5%. You can see at the bottom of your screen on the bar. So we have a 5%, those places in green have a 5% chance for excessive rainfall today. So just be on the lookout for that. It shouldn't be too bad, but there's always a chance. So might as well be careful. And then this one. This is the storm prediction centers for thunderstorms. So as you can see, Ocean City area and the East Coast has a slight risk, while a little more inland has a marginal risk, and then even more inland has just a thunderstorm risk. So we're going to bring this up. This is the severe thunderstorm risk categories. As you can see, the light green is just thunderstorms, no label. So there's going to be no severe thunderstorms expected, but there could be lightning and some flooding threats still exist. Marginal is isolated thunderstorms. So that is basically just limited in duration, coverage, or intensity. And then slight is scattered severe thunderstorms. So we see some short-lived, intense storms possible. So just keep a lookout for that. We could see some lightning today. We probably will. Um, Nothing too dangerous, but always good to be aware. With that, let's go to the highs and lows for today. Like I said earlier, the highs are going to be very high, especially for the middle of December. 60s pretty much across the board, 49 in Oakland, but 61 in Annapolis, Columbia, Ellicott City. And then the highest is 66 in Salisbury, which I was talking about earlier, 62 in Washington, and you have 259s in Frederick and Westminster, and a 54 in Hagerstown. Your lows are going to be around mid to high 30s, with the occasional low 30 or 20, such as Oakland 24, Westminster 31, Frederick 32. That's your local Maryland weather today. Hope to see you tomorrow.